Good morning students. Today we are going to learn very interesting play from class 9 from the book Beehive, and this is the last chapter in your book, that is chapter number 11, and the name of the chapter is If I Were You. If I Were You is a very interesting play which is beautifully written by a great American writer and playwright Douglas James, which is prescribed in your syllabus for class 9th. And I am Sanju Sahu, TGT English, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Vaisyang, Arunachal Pradesh. I am going to present an explanatory video on this chapter for you. So let's start this chapter. At first, let's have an introduction to the chapter. As I told you earlier, the chapter If I Were You by Douglas James is very interesting play that has mystery, suspense, surprise, humor and say what not. This chapter is actually about the hero Gerard. It is about a playwright named Gerard. Playwright means the person who used to write plays. While proceeding through the chapter, we will see how Gerard escapes being killed by an intruder. Here, an intruder is the second character and he is the villain of this play, who wants to steal Gerard's identity and live peacefully. Actually, he is a criminal, so obviously he wanted to murder the hero of the play, Gerard. And after murdering him, he wanted to steal his identity. He wanted to become Gerard and live the peaceful life on his name. So why he thought like that, we will see later in the detailed summary of this chapter. So in this play, we will see how Gerard befools the intruder. Actually, Gerard is a very intelligent person. He showed a great presence of mind. So he befooled the intruder and finally he confined him in a cupboard and handed him over to the sergeant or police. So all these things we will see in this chapter. All these plots make this chapter very interesting. So let's start the chapter. Dear students, for getting the sound explanation of this chapter, let's focus on the main characters in the play. There are only two characters. Number one is Gerard. He is the main character. You can see the picture of Gerard. Gerard is a protagonist of the story. Protagonist means the main character or the character around whom the whole story revolves. So here Gerard is the main character in this play. He was a cultured playwright. Cultured means well educated. Playwright means person who used to write for plays, or sometimes those kinds of persons act in those plays and provide props for the plays. So Gerard was also writing, acting and providing props for the plays. So he is generally associated with theatre. He lived alone in a cottage in wild Essex and did not meet any people. So he lived alone, he did not want to meet people, or in the other sense he might be very busy so that he could not meet people. He was an intelligent person with a good sense of humor. When we will see the detailed story, you will see how intelligent he was and he showed great presence of mind and he encountered with the villain. He knew how to handle an adversary adverse situation. So we will see how he landed in an adverse situation and he got himself escape from it. So we had learned all these things about Gerard. Now let's see the next one. And the second character of this story is Intruder. Intruder is actually a villain of this story. He is a criminal and also the villain of this story. So you might have seen in most of the plays and movies there is man hero and man villain. So in our present story the man hero is Gerard and the villain is Intruder. You can see the picture of Intruder. So see how his get-up says us that he was having a villainous mind because he was having gun in his hand and he has come with a villain mind and he wanted to do some crime. He was a jewel robber. Basically, he was a robber who used to steal the jewelry in the jewelry shop and who had also murdered a man and being chased by cops. So first thing, he was a robber and second thing he was a murderer. He had murdered a man and because of that murder he was being chased by police. So see what he wanted to do now. Already he had done a crime and now he wanted to murder Gerard. Earlier he had murdered a man and because of that murder police is behind him. And now after committing one crime he is ready to do another crime. That is he wanted to murder the hero of the play Gerard and take on his identity. Taking on his identity means actually taking someone's names, someone's fame. Gerard was a very famous person and Intruder wanted to murder him and after murdering him he wanted to lead peaceful life. So one question is there, why did the Intruder want to murder Gerard? So the very simple answer is that Intruder wanted to murder Gerard to take on his identity so that he could live peaceful life. Actually police was after him, so he wanted to escape from police hand after becoming Gerard. So when he would become Gerard, obviously he thought that he would lead peaceful life. But see what will be happen with him in the story. He tried his best to frighten Gerard. So you can see in the picture he was holding a gun in his hand. So using that gun he wanted to frighten Gerard. He was very much overconfident and he has overconfidence that he would be able to get success in his master plan. Actually he made master plan and now he wanted to execute that plan and he had overconfidence. He tried his best to frighten Gerard, but see what happened. But he himself got befooled by him because always overconfidence lands people in the adverse situation. So very intelligently, very cleverly, at the end of the story, the hero Gerard escape himself from the adverse situation and he befooled and he outwit the villain Intruder. He saved his life and he handed over the villain, the Intruder, to the police. Now see the summary of the chapter in detail. When the play starts, we see Gerard in his house. As I told you earlier, this chapter is a play which can be performed on a stage. So when the curtain opens, the first scene we see is that Gerard was all alone in his house. as he generally used to live alone, very far from the crowded society. He was a playwright and most of the time he was busy with his work. And when the curtain opens, in the first scene, when we find Gerard all alone in his house, at that time Gerard is talking to someone on the phone. Someone here is the second person or one another person on the telephone. So Gerard was talking to second person on the telephone and both of them they were talking about the third person. And here in this telephonic call, Gerard wanted to make that second person know that that third person must make a phone call to Gerard because Gerard was about to leave his house very soon. He was preparing to go somewhere. So in his talk he told the person that that third person must call him within the time of 10 minutes. He was going somewhere and after the talk was over, he started packing his traveling bag. As he had to leave his house, he had to go somewhere. It is obvious that he had to pack bag. For what purpose he was packing bag? Where was he going? It will be all clear in the latter part of this story. So, this was the first scene of this play. On the other hand, the intruder, that is the villain of this play, he was hatching a conspiracy. He was making a master plan against Gerard. So let's see what was his master plan and in what way he wanted to execute his master plan. The intruder was a criminal. As I told you earlier, he is a villain of the story and he was a criminal. He was basically a jewel robber and he had also killed a policeman and was now being chased by police. And he had committed crime of murdering a policeman. Obviously he was about to be chased by a policeman. So the police was after him and anyhow he wanted to escape police. So see what was his master plan, in what way he wanted to be escaped by police. The intruder had heard a few things about Gerard the playwright. Here, Gerard is a playwright. He used to write for plays. So, the intruder had heard a few things about Gerard. You might have seen in the movies, if villain wants to target any person, they generally used to collect a data, the other information about them. So in the same way, the intruder wanted to make Gerard his victim. So he had collected so many informations about him. So see what were the information he had gathered about Gerard. He knew that Gerard was something of a mystery man. Mystery man means here a man full of mysteries about whom other persons cannot understand. As he lived alone in the wilds of Essex. Here, wilds of Essex is the name of place or the name of the place where his cottage was situated. So he lived alone, very far from the crowded city. Gerard gave his orders on phone and never met the tradespeople. Tradespeople means here businessman. Here we are not talking about the big kind of businessman. Here tradespeople means the small kinds of businessman like milkman, postman, vegetable man or other kinds of people who used to deliver the grocery to his home. As he did not want to meet other people but he had to carry out his daily routine. So he used to give his orders on telephones, like ordering tea, ordering coffee, meat, milk, etc., etc. So in this way he used to carry out his daily routine. The intruder thought that he resembled Gerard in body. Resembled Gerard in body means in the physique, in the body, he looked like Gerard. So the health, height, the personality, in everything, the intruder looked like Gerard, and this is the reason why. This is the reason why he had selected only Gerard to make him his target. So this is the reason. So please underline it. He thought that he resembled Gerard in body. So as he looked like Gerard, he would murder Gerard, and afterwards he would take on his identity and would start living his life like a Gerard. So this was his master plan. So see whether he would be able to execute his master plan or not. Next is the intruder enters into Gerard's house. As we have seen earlier, intruder had made master plan to murder Gerard. So with that bad villainous intention, he entered into Gerard's house. If I ask why did the intruder enter into Gerard's house, the answer will be very simple, that he wanted to murder Gerard and take on his identity so that he could live a peaceful life. The intruder entered Gerard's house with a gun in his hand. He found that Gerard was then preparing to leave his house. As we have seen, he was talking to another person on the telephone, and he told him that he was about to leave his house within 10 minutes. So for that he was actually planning to go out of town, and for that he was packing his bag. But meanwhile, the villain, the intruder, entered Gerard's house with a gun in his hand. You can see the entry of the intruder into Gerard's house when he was preparing to leave his house. Gerard was going to attend a rehearsal of his drama. So for what purpose Gerard was going out of town? Actually, he had to attend a rehearsal. As I told you, Gerard was associated with theatre. So one rehearsal was to be going on there, and he had to attend that rehearsal. And for that rehearsal he had prepared his bag in which there were props for the rehearsal. What is the meaning of props? Props means here the supporting material that we used in a stage shows. Props, the supporting material. So the rehearsal was to be attended by him, so he had prepared some supporting material, some props, and he had to deliver those things to that drama show. So for that purpose he had to go out of town. So in this way, the intruder, with a villainous mind, he wanted to murder Gerard. So with that bad intention he entered into Gerard's house. After getting into Gerard's house, now intruder threatens to shoot Gerard. As we have seen, he entered into his house with his revolver. He had carried a revolver, and using that revolver he wanted to frighten Gerard and finally to murder him. So when he entered, at first in the scene we have seen the Gerard was just preparing he was just packing his bag, and from the back side the intruder enters, and when he entered he bumps into a table, and because of that a noise created. And when the noise created, Gerard just turned round to see him, and he looked at intruder. He saw that one strange kind of man holding a gun. He was standing before him. And when he is such a horrible man, he did not get panic at all, and he handled the situation out of his wit and intelligence. So afterwards, in the second scene, we see that the intruder asks Gerard to answer his some questions. So in the second video, in which line by line explanation is given, and that video also I have provided along with this video. In that video, line by line explanation is there, and in that you can find out how many questions or what kind of questions the intruder asked to Gerard. And also you can see the e-textbook. In that also 3 or 4 questions are given which were asked by the intruder to Gerard. In short, I will tell you. He asked him some questions like what was his full name, or if he lived alone, or if he was American, or if he run car, etc., etc. And he wanted to get the answer of these simple questions so that he could imitate, he could copy the ways of living of Gerard. So he asked him some question to Gerard, and he wanted his answers. And in the book you will see, or in the second video where the line by line explanation is given, in that video you will see how humorous answers were given by Gerard. For example, when the intruder asked, "You live alone?" So he told that the intruder was not actually asking, actually he was telling, because the tone, the intonation, or the tone of asking question was not there. So see what happens next. Then the intruder told Gerard that he intended to kill him and then live in his house as Gerard, as he resembled him in body. After having an introductory conversation between the intruder and Gerard, finally the intruder discloses his master plan to Gerard. He told that he had come to kill him. And for what purpose he wanted to kill him? Because he looked like Gerard, and after killing Gerard, he would become Gerard, and he would take on his identity, and he would lead a peaceful life, because the police was after him. Anytime he could be caught by police. So this was his master plan which he disclosed to Gerard. So in book a very good dialogue is there. This is your big surprise. So at first the intruder told Gerard that this is your big surprise. Actually, this was the surprise. What was the surprise? The surprise was that the intruder intended to murder Gerard, and he discloses this big surprise to Gerard. The intruder thought he could live as Gerard the rest of his life. He wanted to learn to imitate Gerard's voice. Imitate means to copy. So he was asking the questions after questions to Gerard so that he could collect the basic informations regarding the ways of life Gerard was leading, and the way of talking he wanted to learn. So because after murdering Gerard, he would have to live life of Gerard. So he will have to learn everything. How he talk, how he sit, how he stand, how he walk, everything. Everything he had to learn. So this shows that Intruder was very much confident of the success of his master plan. So we will see whether he would succeeded or not. So see what happens next.
So till now we have seen the intruder entered into Gerard's house with a villainous plan in his mind. He wanted to kill Gerard, and after killing him he wanted to become Gerard. So as he was a criminal, he was having a gun in his hand. He tried his best to frighten Gerard. He even ordered Gerard to put up his hands. But Gerard obeyed him but was not at all afraid. He talked pleasantly to the intruder. So, intruder thought that he was trying to frighten him, but Gerard was not getting frightened at all. So, the intruder warned him to stop being smart and answer some of his questions. So Gerard said he could not feel comfortable while he was standing up. So the intruder asked him to sit down in a chair. So see the humorous way of talking between Gerard and intruder. In this scene, the intruder was now about to shoot Gerard. Till now, he had told about his master plan that he had come to kill him. So all about his master plan, his conversation, asking his question, all these things are over. Now the final deed he was going to do, that is shooting Gerard. So see what happens next. But on the other hand, Gerard was very intelligent guy who knew to tackle the adverse situation very well. As he is the hero, obviously he would be a very intelligent person. So he was intelligent in many ways. So first one, he knew how to handle, how to tackle the adverse situations or the situations of crisis with a cool temperament. He showed a great presence of mind, and in the same way he showed his intelligence in guessing that the intruder was a foolish kind of man, a boastful kind of man, as he disclosed his master plan before executing it. So he thought that it would not be a very difficult to get rid of intruder. So see what he did next. Then Gerard warned him to be careful and not to kill him. So in the previous scene we have seen that the intruder was trying to warn Gerard because he was holding a gun. So he was trying to warn Gerard, and he even told that this is your big surprise. What was the big surprise? That the intruder was about to kill Gerard. But now in this scene, the situation is just opposite. Now the Gerard was trying to warn intruder. He warned him to be very very careful and not to kill him. So see what sound arguments did he put to prove himself right. He said that he was a crook too. So see the presence of mind. See how he was handling an adverse situation. He did not get panic at all. He said he too was a criminal, and that if the intruder stole his identity, even then he would be chased by the police. now this is for the second time. As I told you, this story is full of suspense and surprises. At first, the intruder gave surprise to Gerard. Now, Gerard was giving a surprise to the intruder. He told him that he too was a crook and see in what way he was a crook. He said that he had killed someone and the police had evidence against him. Evidence means proof. For the Gerard told that he had killed one man and because of that murder the police was chasing him because the police were having evidences proof against him. He further added that he was carrying false mustaches and other props so that he could disguise himself and hide from the police. Props means the supporting materials which are used during dramas. Actually, in reality, Gerard was a playwright. So, his profession was to provide props and he had packed his bag and he had packed mustaches, false noses and other props because he was about to go to attend one rehearsal. But this time he built up a story showing his great presence of mind and he told intruder that he was packing or he had packed those false mustaches false noses and other items because he too was a crook and he was just running away from that place because he could be caught by police anytime. Police was having proofs against him. So in this way he built up a story. Now see what happens next. In case he killed Gerard, he was sure to be hanged. So at first the intruder was warning him and see the level of warning of Gerard. He told if he killed Gerard, he was. Who is he? The intruder was sure to be hanged because he was a criminal, he was to be hanged by police. And if after murdering Gerard he would become Gerard, so obviously even after becoming Gerard he would be surely to be hanged because Gerard too was a criminal. So one surprise given by intruder was that he was about to steal Gerard's identity. And the second and the master surprise is that the Gerard too was a criminal. And if the intruder would kill Gerard, he was sure to be hanged by police. So in both the cases, whether he would kill Gerard or not, he was sure to be hanged. So see what happens next, whether these arguments would be believed by intruder or not.
Now see how the intruder reacts when he had to face the big surprise given by Gerard. Hearing this, the intruder began to think. When Gerard told the intruder that he too was a criminal and any time he could be caught by police. So after hearing this, the intruder began to think. And one more thing had frightened the intruder, that Gerard had told him if he would murder Gerard, at that condition also he was sure to be hanged by police. If not as himself, then after as a Gerard. So this was a big surprise. This was an opportunity for Gerard because after hearing all this thing, the intruder seemed thoughtful. He started thinking about about the circumstances. So this was a great opportunity for Gerard. Gerard
said that he could sense the police red that night. Even he added very cleverly that that night he could sense the danger of police red in his house, because police is searching every time for him. So he said that that night only he would be got caught by police. And he even added that he had positioned an accomplice on the road to warn him of danger. Accomplice means the helper in a crime. So he told that he had positioned an accomplice. He told that one man is standing on the road, and if that man would having an alarm of police raid, then he would make a phone call to Gerard, and if the phone call would come, he was surely to run immediately away from that house. Gerard said that he was going to garage for his car so that he could escape, and offered the intruder to come with him. So he told him lie. He told him lie that he was going to the garage, because in the garage there was his car, and by his car he would escape from that place, and even he offered the intruder to come with him. He offered his help to the intruder, that he would carry him to the safe place. So see how the intelligent Gerard made up a story. He said that he was also a criminal and a murderer. The police were also in search of him. That is why he lived in a mysterious way. See, the story is full of mystery. He even added that he often used to disappear from there. He told the intruder that it would be folly to kill him, and if he killed him, he would be hanged. So see, in this way he made the intruder to think, and he was now thinking of taking the opportunity of the situation. Now see how Gerard befooled the intruder. Gerard befooled the intruder to believe him by saying that if the intruder felt that Gerard was lying, he could kill him in the car. In the last, we have seen Gerard had offered his help to the intruder. He wanted to carry the intruder to the safer place in a car. But at that time the intruder was in very confusion. So Gerard tried to befool him, and he tried his best to make the intruder believe that if the intruder will be having any idea regarding that, intruder was telling lies. So at that time also he could kill Gerard, because the intruder was having a revolver all the time in his hand. So he befooled him that any time he would like to kill Gerard. As the phone rang, Gerard said that it was time to leave. Actually, in the opening scene, when the curtain opens, we found that Gerard was talking to one person, and he was giving a message to that second person that the third person must call him within 10 minutes. And this time the phone rang, and the Gerard told the intruder that it is the phone call made by his accomplice, his helper in a crime, whom he had positioned in the road. And he told that now the phone is ringing, obviously it is the phone of that man, and now they could feel the danger of police raid. Gerard then told that it was time to leave, means now they should not make delay, they must leave that cottage immediately. When the intruder did not believe Gerard, he asked him to peep out through the door of the garage and see the police for himself. So obviously the intruder was very smart, very intelligent. Actually, he considered himself, but he did not have an idea that Gerard was smarter than him. So, the intruder tried to express that he was not believing Gerard. So, when the intruder did not believe Gerard, Gerard very intelligently asked him to peep out. Peep out means look through. Look out through the door of the garage. Actually, in the room where they were standing, there had been one door, and he told that if the intruder did not have any kind of belief on Gerard, he could just look through the door of the garage, because that door has a way to the garage and there is a car in the garage. So Gerard told intruder that to confirm his words, the intruder could peep out through the door and could feel the danger of police and see the police for himself if he was not having any belief on Gerard. So in this way he tried his best to befool the intruder. Now see what happens next. This is the last scene of this play, and see how the intruder is trapped. Just then, Gerard gave him a push. The revolver fell as the intruder stepped into the cupboard. Just before this, Gerard told intruder to peep out or peep through the door. So on his words, the intruder was now peeping, now just looking through the window, and as he put his step in, Gerard gave him a push, and the revolver that he was holding, it fell as the intruder stepped into the cupboard. And for the audience and for us, this is a big surprise, because the door Gerard was talking about, actually that door was not a door to the garage. Actually, this door was a door of a cupboard. Very intelligently, Gerard built up a false story to get the intruder trapped. So, after believing Gerard's words, intruder stepped in to make sure whether the police was there or not. And as soon as he stepped in, Gerard gave him a push very cleverly. Now Gerard shut the door in a moment and picked up the revolver. He is really a very good hero. See, in this scene you can see how Gerard was giving the intruder a push into a cupboard and how the gun was falling down. Then he telephoned to call in the police to arrest the intruder, and just after that Gerard made a phone call to a police, the sergeant, so that the police could come and arrest intruder. So see, in this last scene, the whole suspense, the whole surprise is open for the audience. There are many surprises. One surprise for Gerard, one surprise for intruder, and now this is a surprise for all the readers, that the door was not a door of garage, instead it was a door of cupboard, and the intruder got trapped because of that mystery door. So in this way the play ends. This play ends with a happy ending. Here the hero became successful in trapping the villain. So obviously, if anybody is having a villainous mind, so his end would be certainly very evil like. So this was all about this story. So in the detailed summary of this chapter, we have seen how many plots were put, how the intruder entered into Gerard's house, how he tried to threaten him, but instead how he himself got befooled by Gerard and got trapped finally. So after having all this detailed summary, now let us discuss some important dialogues of the play, because these dialogues are very much important as far as the examination is concerned. So let's start. The first very important dialogue of the play, If I Were You, is at last a sympathetic audience. So we have to discuss, this is the dialogue which is spoken between whom? Who is the speaker and who is the listener? So students, along with this video, one another video have been provided to you in which line by line explanation of the chapter is given, and at the same time you can find this dialogue in a ebook, At Last a Sympathetic Audience. This dialogue actually is spoken by Gerard. For who is the speaker? The speaker is Gerard. For just try to remind the entry of the intruder into Gerard's house. The intruder wanted to get the answer of his some questions, and he told Gerard that the Gerard must say some something about himself. So at that time, out of humor sense, Gerard told that at last a sympathetic audience. It means that at last he had got an audience who was interested to listen him. So this is a very important dialogue. Now next, see the next one. The next important dialogue is, they can't hang me twice. So let us find out who is the speaker and who is the listener. The speaker is the intruder. So this is a dialogue spoken by intruder when he was disclosing his master plan to Gerard. He told that he was a murderer. Already he had murdered a policeman, and if he would again murder Gerard, so he would not be hanged twice. So this was the famous dialogue in this play. So now see the next one. The next dialogue is, this is your big surprise. So who is the speaker and who is the listener? As I have told already to you, this dialogue is made 2 times in the play. Obviously, I have told you already, you can guess on what times or on what 2 times this dialogue is made. The first time, when the intruder disclosed his master plan to Gerard, and he told him that that was Gerard's big surprise, that the intruder intended to kill Gerard and take on his identity so that he could escape police and lead peaceful life. For this is a very famous dialogue, very important dialogue. And the second time this dialogue is made by Gerard, that is the hero. He told the intruder that he too was a criminal, and if the intruder would murder Gerard, he would not be escaped from police. In that case also he would be hanged surely. If not as himself, then as Gerard. So this is your big surprise. It's a very important dialogue, so please let's learn about it. And as far as the CBSE examination is concerned, this dialogue is mostly asked. Now after discussing the important dialogues, actually some other dialogues are also there, but these 3 dialogues are very important, so you must learn the speaker and the listener. As we are having only 2 characters, so we can have an idea about speaker and listener. So now see the happy ending to the play. So really we the readers are very happy to find the happy ending to our play. Why this is a happy ending? Because the hero Gerard proved witty. Witty means very intelligent. Intelligent enough to save his life from the evil-minded intruder by cunningly, very intelligently making up a plan to distract the villain and trap him in his house. So the whole story we have already seen. So we are very happy to have a happy ending. In this play, we have seen a hard beginning. Very hard beginning was there. That is the breaking into a house of a lonely person. And then finally we are having a happy ending. So this was all about the play If I Were You. All the plots, the summary, the important dialogues, the theme, the message and the happy ending. This story also gives message that one should not have overconfidence upon oneself as the intruder had, but he got himself trapped because of the smartness of the opponent. So this story is very good and it is very important for examination. Thank you very much for listening to my explanatory content, and I hope you must have got the explanation of this chapter. So thank you very much again.